Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I am here at the All Black National Convention. And let me just tell you, I think Joe Biden has issued his greatest insult to Black people yet. I can't think of anything Biden has done that is more disrespectful to Black people. And believe me, he's been very disrespectful. There have been many examples where Biden has engaged in the Democratic Party policy of benign neglect. There have been many examples where Joe Biden has refused to even talk about paying reparations to Black people. And I don't know if you guys saw this. Give me a yes or no if you saw this story. Let me know if you saw this story. But today it was just announced in the Wall Street Journal. I'm about to read some of this to you that the Biden administration is thinking about paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to immigrant families that were separated at the border. That literally the Biden administration, give me a yes or no if y'all saw this story. But the Biden administration has been talking about literally paying $450,000 to illegal immigrant families that were where the child was separated from the parent at the border. What does that mean? Well, that means that, let me tell you what that means. It means that if you have a situation where a person was trying to violate federal law and cross the border illegally, that if the parent was separated from the child would get $450,000 and the parent will get $450,000. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. When I saw it, I swear to God, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? No, 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 that's no, no. I mean, we know Jim Crow Joe. We know what it is. We know the disrespect is paramount, and Black people have an infinite tolerance for extreme disrespect. But there's no way that this is a real story. And I read it and I did the research. And I'm here to tell you, Black people, that this is true. This is true. Joe Biden and the Biden administration are in negotiations right now, according to the Wall Street Journal, to pay $450,000 to every single person that was separated from their parent at the border. That means 450K for the child, 450K for the mother. That is $900,000 per family. For people who don't even live here. They don't even live here. So before I get triggered, I'm trying to stay calm because I'm at the convention now and I'm trying to not freak out, not flip out too much. But let me ask y'all a question. Give me a yes or no. I like to get to the deeper point with the simple questions. Give me a yes or no to this. If I tried to illegally break into China, if I go to China and if I illegally break into China and they lock me up and I have a child and then they lock my child up and they separate me and my child, is there any point that you believe the Chinese government is going to call me up and say, we're so sorry that we put you through the inconvenience of paying a penalty for breaking our federal laws. And we're going to write a check to you for $450,000. Give me a yes or no. Do you think this would happen? And we're going to write a check to your child for $450,000. Do you think that would happen if I were illegally broke into China? Yes or no? Okay, well, what about, I don't know, Mexico? If I illegally broke into Mexico, do you think that the Mexican authorities would compensate us for violating their federal law and inconveniencing us when the federales roll up and put me in handcuffs for violating federal law and take my? Do you think that they would write me a check? Like on what planet, in what reality does that reality even become a reality? Like what metaverse? What part of the metaverse, multiverse? I mean, you can't make this up. This is literally the latest in what can only be defined as incredible levels of sheer insanity being pushed on the part of liberals. This is crazy. This don't make no sense. I don't care what you think about it. This ain't anti-immigrant. This ain't anti Nothing. This is just what the hell, man? I want to make another quick point. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. And by the way, just in case you don't know, if you want a free copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, go to boycewatkins.com. You can get a free copy there. I have to make sure I tell you guys that. The book is free because I put my people first. I think it's okay. They put their people first. We put our people first. That's what we believe. I didn't vote for Biden. I didn't vote for Trump. They can both kiss my whole entire black ass because I'm tired of people putting black people at the bottom of the pile. I'm tired of the insult. I'm tired. I'm just sick of it. I have no interest in participating in any of that. So I had a conversation today with a man that I admire, that I love, named Dr. Claude Anderson. And Dr. Anderson and I talk consistently about various forms of black history that's not told, what the black community needs. And let me tell you, whether Dr. Anderson's feeling good or feeling bad, he's always talking about black folks. Whether it's a good day or a bad day, he's putting black people first. People don't support the Powernomics Corporation like they should. We don't support the Harvest Institute like we should. But he's always there for you in ways that your politicians are not. And so I was talking to Dr. Anderson, and one of the things that Dr. Anderson does is Dr. Anderson is a guy who knows where the bodies are buried with these old school politicians. He knows the old stories. I talked to him today, and I also talked to I talked to 3 OGs in the game today. 3 OGs in the game. Today, I had these conversations today with these men. One was Dr. Claude Anderson. The other one was Judge Joe Brown. Me and him talked for an hour. The other conversation was with Dr. George C. Frazier. These are the OGs. Now, why do the OGs matter? Well, because the OGs are the ones who can explain to you when they're dropping the rope-a-dope on your raggedy ass. The OGs are the ones who understand the origin story behind every villain and every hero that exists out here. The OGs are the ones who tell you the truth about some of your fake civil rights superstars who ain't doing nothing on behalf of the black community except sitting and figuring out how deep they can go up Joe Biden's butthole. So check this out. So here's some of the stuff the OGs tell you. The Dr. Anderson can't just tell you about black history. He also tells you about white history. Now, why do you bring this up, boys? Ask me why. Ask me in the chat. Well, boys, why would you bring this up? Why are you bringing up history? Well, because Dr. Anderson doesn't just know black history. He knows some white history in terms of understanding where these people come from. Everybody just run right here talking about this man, Uncle Joe, and old Uncle Joe, and we love Uncle Joe, and all this other nonsense. They don't show you. They don't show you some of these pictures. They'll show you Uncle Joe back in the day hanging out with guys like Strom Thurmond, who literally he should be called String You Up Thurman, because Strom Thurmond would string your black ass up in a minute. Joe Biden referred to this guy as his buddy, as his mentor. Why would you expect that a man who honors a man who had no problem seeing black people killed would ever give a damn about you? What makes you Negroes run to the poll? Booties to the polls, y'all. We gotta vote. Souls to the polls, y'all. Uncle Joe, y'all. You got your students at Howard University spending $50,000 a year living in tent cities with mold and rats and roaches and shit, and you can't do nothing about it because your Uncle Joe has abandoned you. He's left you for dead. He's left you for dead. You sir, you selling your soul for butter biscuits, and they ain't even bringing the biscuits. They're not even bringing you the damn biscuits. What else do we know about Uncle Joe? Well, here's some other pictures of Uncle Joe. These are very prominent racist people that Uncle Joe partnered with. And so when you know the history, when you listen to the OGs, the people that really should be leading you, it shouldn't be people like this. It should be people like that. The people that really love you and really care about you. But y'all don't see, you hate yourself so much that you hate the people that love you and you love the people that hate you. You hate the people that love you and you love the people that hate you. Guys like this can tell you the origin story behind all of this nonsense. And when you know the origin story, you're not surprised when Joe Biden and his crew do something as blatantly disrespectful as that. Paying illegal immigrant families, individuals who don't even live here, $450,000 for every parent separated from every child for 2 weeks. They've been separated for 2 weeks. They get $500,000 damn near. And you are an American citizen. You built this damn country. Your people died to build this. Black folks died first in every damn war ever in the history of this country. You're the only people who never had a home country that fought and went to war with the United States. And they put you at the bottom of the list, but they will pay a damn stranger before they take care of you. You can't even get Kamala Harris to even say the word reparations. They won't even say the word. Barack Obama was in office for 8 years and wouldn't even say the word. They knew that the word, but they said, God damn it, if we even act like we want to help black people, then we're going to get punished. They're going to bitch slap us in public. So we better not even say the word reparations. They wouldn't even say the word. Julianne Malveaux, God bless Julianne Malveaux. Because let me tell you what Julianne Malveaux, when she came in, she told a story about Barack Obama. She said, because, you know, Julianne is a brilliant black woman. Has a PhD in economics from MIT. And Dr. Malveaux came on this platform and told a very powerful story. You could probably find it somewhere if you go look up my name and her name. Find that interview, because she tells a story very candidly. She said that because she's in those bougie circles, she's like a double agent. She's able to get in those bougie places where they don't normally let black folks like me. And as soon as they figure out that you really care about black people, you kind of get booted out, right? And so we used one of her bougie connections to get an interview with Barack Obama. So Barack sits down. He thinks it's safe. Okay, well, this is another bougie Negro who don't care nothing about black people. What's your question? So she asked him about reparations. What is your opinion about reparations? And I'm not making this up. Do you know what Dr. Malveaux said? She said the minute that the word reparations came up, Obama said, "Stop the interview." Who allowed this interview to happen? He was furious. He was absolutely furious. Now, does this mean that Barack himself doesn't understand reparations? No, he understands it. He's a smart man. He's not a stupid guy. But what the deal is that he is under a mandate. You talk about mandates to get the jab. No, this ain't mandates to get the jab. This is a mandate to ensure, Dr. Anderson said this, that you follow the policy of benign neglect that has been in place in the Democratic Party for the last 50 or 60 years. That means that you don't go out of your way to attack black people. You throw them a few symbolic crumbs and you pretty much ignore them. When they talk, you don't listen, because you know that you can easily trick them into voting for you in the next election, because you've got a core of your community that is butt naked stupid. So if as mad as you want to be at Joe Biden, you can't just be mad at Joe. You can't be mad at Joe without getting mad at each other and getting mad at yourself. Like a different view. I agree with you. Not only are we eating the butter biscuits, but we in the damn kitchen cooking the biscuits that we eating. We cook the biscuits that we eat. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. My Instagram is the real Boyce Watkins. And this week, we're discussing issues like this at the All Black National Convention. If you want to join us down in Orlando, we will be here for the next 3 days. We're going to be here through Monday. And also we are you can get a virtual pass as well. The in-person tickets are pretty much almost sold out. All the vendor spots are sold out. So, if you want to come down, you probably should get your ticket online before you come down, because we're going to sell out. I think we're going to sell out tomorrow. But anyway, if you want to come down, feel free. We have a whole set of activities related to 61 different speakers who put black people first, who all have something to say, and they're all very smart. Dr. Christina Parks, the sister who did the really great testimony in the Michigan House of Representatives that everybody was watching about the vaccine. I don't say that word. I shouldn't say that word because the internet bans you for saying that word. But you know what I'm talking about? She's a PhD in cell biology from the University of Michigan. She's coming down. We have a lot of other great people, from real estate to education to specialists in health and everything in between, law. Come on down. Like this is your brain trust, and these are the people that are here this weekend. So all the URLs on the screen, feel free to check it out. Please hit the thumbs up button. I want to make one more point. So Joe Biden has agreed to pay families from other countries, not Americans, families from other countries, almost $500,000, $450,000 each. Like that, for separation at the border. So that means that if a child is separated from their parent, you come from El Salvador, you try to break into the country. If the child is separated from the mother or whatever, or from the father, they will pay $450,000 to the child and $450,000 to the father. That is $900,000 that goes to that family. That family is now rich. Now, I am under the assumption, give me a yes or no in the chat, if the government cut you a check for $900,000 a piece, how many of you would find that to be an amount of money that could change your life? How many of you right now, if Joe Biden loved you as much as he loves illegal immigrants, if he cut you a check for 900,000, how many of you would find that to be an amount of money that could literally change your life for the better? Give me a yes or no if that amount of money would mean something to you, right? And so here's my point. So what I say is this, and maybe some of those Democratic operatives are listening. They're trying to figure out what flavor of biscuit they want to offer for the next election. I don't know, but I'm not gonna get mad at you right now. I'm not gonna really spend too much time being mad, because being mad is not good energy. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to negotiate with you. I'm going to say to you, okay, we know you want some BS. I am never going to forgive you for this. I'm going to remember this moment for the next 40 years. I will bring it up in every election, and I will use every ounce of my mild influence in the world to convince as many black people as possible to make sure that they remember that you wrote big ass checks to people that don't live here, but you wouldn't even do right by your black folks. So here is another opportunity for you to do the right thing. Since you tell me Black Lives Matter, you love to scream Black Lives Matter. Everybody take Black Lives Matter in the chat. They were screaming it the whole election cycle. Remember that? Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Okay, so since Black Lives Matter, let me give you an example of an opportunity for you to do the right thing. So you're paying $450,000 a piece for parents that were separated from their children, parents of children that people that don't even live here now, not even American citizens, but they were separated at the border for 2 weeks at a time. So you're writing them checks for $450,000 each. Let me tell you about another example of where American citizens had an experience where children were separated from their parents. You know what that was? That was an era called mass incarceration. Mass incarceration. Now, I want to ask everybody in this room, I ask you a question. I'm making my point here. You guys know how I am. I take my time to make my point, to make sure the point sticks at home. How many of you have a relative or a loved one in your immediate family that was separated from you because they had to get taken away to prison, or actually AKA America's concentration camps? How many of you had somebody in your family taken away from you, were separated from somebody you loved because they got taken away to the concentration camps, to the gulags? Just say something in the chat. Say the name of the person who either went to prison or the person who is in prison right now. I want you to say their name, because we send inmates go away to prison and we act like they don't exist. I want you to say their name in the chat so that we can let them know that we know that they're still alive. They want you to forget about these men and women. They want you to act like they never existed, but they do matter. And I'm gonna say my name, Donald. Donald was my uncle slash older brother figure, and they separated. I was a child. They separated us. We were inseparable, and they separated us. So many of you have gone through something that is not as bad as what the immigrant families have gone through. Because remember, they got separated from their parents for maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month, something like that. And they weren't sent to, prison. They were sent to, like, maybe a facility, right? Whatever, right? But your family member was sent away to a torture chamber. Some of y'all got relatives who got sent away to a place where they were getting raped every day, and they weren't sent away for 2 weeks. They didn't do 2 weeks. I mean, two weeks in jail, that's kind of par for the course. A lot of black men can say I did 2 weeks in jail. No, they send them away for 80 years. They'd get 47 life sentences. How the hell you gonna get somebody 47 life sentences? They're like, we're gonna make sure we're gonna lock you up so long that you're gonna be, when you die and go to heaven, you won't go to heaven, you're gonna go to prison. You're gonna go to prison for dead people, right? We're gonna lock up your corpse, right? So if I can get, if a person who isn't even an American citizen can get $450,000 for being separated from a parent, being separated from a child for 2 weeks, then what should an American citizen get for being separated from their parent for 30 years? What should every little girl get, who had to go visit her daddy behind bars and had to break down in tears every time they took the father away? Not traumatized once, but traumatized over and over and over and over and over and over again. Some of those little girls are in this room right now. Some of these little girls still haven't gotten over it. If a child or a person who doesn't even live in the United States, who's not even an American citizen, should get $450,000 a piece for a parent being separated from a child What do you owe the people who built this goddamn country? What do you owe us? What is our life worth? What is our pain worth? Right? So I asked this question in a rhetorical sense to say, I appreciate the fact that you have empathy for these people that you don't even know, these people that were in clear violation of federal law. But let me just tell you a little secret. I know a whole lot of people who have family members who violated federal law. Remember slanging that dope? That was a clear violation of federal law. People like Joe Biden, remember, don't forget this. I'm here to just remind you of these things. Don't forget people like Joe Biden campaigned heavily to create laws for crack cocaine possession that will put you in prison as long as possible. Remember, all this incarceration, all these black people being separated from their families. Joe Biden was the architect of this. Don't forget that. Let's not forget that. Y'all know about the crime bill. Y'all know. And here's the thing: it wasn't just Joe Biden. It was Bill Clinton. And it wasn't just Joe Biden and Bill Clinton. They had to get help. They had to get help from the Congressional Black Caucus. There were some members of the Congressional Black Caucus who held out, but if you go back and read articles from 1994, they will tell you that the culprits in getting the CBC to get on board were some of your civil rights superstars, namely John Lewis. John Lewis is a guy that you've been trained to honor like he's some sort of hero, but go back and read the articles from 1994. It was John Lewis that Bill Clinton worked through to get the final votes from the Congressional Black Caucus to push forward Joe Biden's crime bill that separated black families for the next 30 years. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. I ain't making this up. If this makes you mad, then prove me wrong. If you think I'm being disrespectful, then bring out some facts, asshole. If you can't bring facts, then that means that you are simply connected to this horribly incorrect, horribly problematic sentiment that tells you that these people are your friends. And as I explained to you in the beginning, the big problem you have, I don't even really blame Biden for this. I blame you, because you have been trained to believe that your enemies are your friends and that your friends are your enemies. And a lot of these people that you think are your friends really ain't your friends, because if they were really your friends, then they wouldn't have black families being broken up and children being separated from their parents and ignoring the pain, the unbelievable traumatic pain that a child experiences when their father or when their mother has been locked up for the next 25 years. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can you at least identify enough with your own suffering to simply say, no, I'm not going to tolerate this? I mean, how much do they have to disrespect us for us to finally say, man, nah, this is whack. I'm not participating in this nonsense. So that's my 2 cents on the issue. I know Biden's going to go and pay his money. He's going to do what he wants to do. But I don't know about you. I'm getting off the stupid train. I'm not trying to be on the stupid train. I'm sorry. You can get on the stupid train. You can ride that fucking thing all the way to Montana. But I'm not riding the stupid train. I'm going to sit right here with my folks and come up with solutions for my people and put my people first. This is crazy to me. This is absolutely ridiculous to me. And I hope we can grow out of this. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm out. I got to go and greet some more folks for the convention. We will be here all weekend. And believe me, this will be a heavy agenda item at the All Black National Convention. This was just released information, and I have 61 speakers and experts that I'm sure will have something to say about this. So if you want to come down and participate in the discussions, we will be here all weekend. Dr. Claude Anderson sends his blessings. He will be here on Monday. As you know, Dr. Alicia, my wife is here, so you'll get a chance to meet her up close and personal. And also, we have great people like Reza Islam and King Randall and Angela Stanton and Teddy Ewing. I think Teddy's in Egypt. I'm not sure if Teddy can actually come into the country. I got to double check that. But Carla Ballard, who's a crypto expert. We're doing speed dating tomorrow. So a lot of good people coming to the convention. So I hope you'll join us. It's going to be extraordinary. And that's it, guys. So God bless you. I'm out. Please have a good day. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And also don't forget, you can join us virtually if you'd like. And I have nothing else to say about this because this is just crazy. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good night. Thank you for listening. Love you. Talk to you soon. Peace.